Hey Charlestown, welcome to another sort of Live at 5 with me. I'm excited to bring you a few really great updates that I think you're going to love too. First, I just want to reiterate what some of you may have already seen with the press release that went out yesterday, that Charlestown is one of Okra's recipients for a $250,000 grant for small business relief related to COVID issues. I can't express how excited I am that we were able to get this grant. My team has worked incredibly hard putting all of the documents together on a very short time frame to get that submitted. But we couldn't have done it without the help of our local business owners too, and our Chamber of Commerce. They really showed up for the public hearing to share how this has personally affected their lives and their businesses. And that was obviously a compelling enough case to be awarded the grant. We're grateful that the Lieutenant Governor's office has gifted us this stimulus opportunity. So what are the nuts and bolts of this grant? Essentially, our local businesses will be able to apply for up to $10,000 of COVID-related relief funds. This is a grant. It's not a loan. There are some accountability measures in place for 2 years as a follow-up to the grant, and it will be managed through our redevelopment commission. We've already launched an initial web page for you to express interest. Go to choosecharlestown.com to let us know that you're interested in applying. We put the website up yesterday and we've already had numerous responses, so great job getting ahead of the game. Next week, the full application will be available, and signing up now at choosecharlestown.com helps us reach out to you directly when that application is available. I'm excited that we're going to be able to offer some help because I know how economically devastating this has been for many of our businesses, like our hair salons, restaurants, and the others that we depend on daily. You serve us constantly, consistently, with high quality, and I look at this as an opportunity for us to give back to you. Please remember to continue to support your local businesses. This grant is great, but it doesn't keep them free and clear. We have to continue to shop and eat here in Charlestown, because when we do that, the money that we spend stays largely here in our community with the people that live here, work here with us, serve us, and help support us. So I hope you're as excited as I am about this grant opportunity. I also want to talk to you about some exciting parks news. We have been struggling with how to have events in COVID-19, and we found a way. We have checked in with the health department and Eric Yazel, the health director, and they have confirmed and approved a first ever Charlestown Halloween parade. The parade is going to be on October 17th at 6 p.m. We're going to have all the information up this weekend for people who want to participate in the parade. So if you're used to participating in the Founders Day parade, we hope that you'll sign up for the Halloween parade this year. And then we hope that all of our children and families will come and watch on the sidelines as these groups come through and toss candy your way. We have placed COVID precautions out there for our people who are participating in the parade, but also for our spectators. And we'll have all of that listed up on the website. You can find that at charlestownparks.com. Please help support us in this. I know it's different and it's adaptive, and we've had to be different and adaptive all year, but I'm looking forward to this opportunity. I hope to see many children lining Market Street on the 17th in their Halloween costumes and receiving candy. I can't wait to award the top 3 prizes for the most creative or spooky Halloween float. I know it's not trunk or treat, but we couldn't just safely have everybody lined up around the square like usual. This gives us a chance to engage with one another, have some fun, get some candy, and do it from a safe distance. We're also going to follow that parade with a movie in the park. We've partnered with Charlestown State Park to use some facilities at their park where we can spread out a little bit more safely than anywhere that we can in the city. We're still entertaining what that's going to look like, whether that's going to be a drive-in portion or if it's going to be an outdoor, and the weather also depends on that too. But we have the capacity to do both, and that movie will follow the parade on the same night, on October 17th. So on the 17th, get your spooky costumes on, get ready for an incredible sugar high, and we're going to have some fun with some families, with a parade and then the movie in the park. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. Other parks news is that we're still searching for the assistant to the parks director. That job position is available as well at charlestownparks.com. You have until about, I think, September 5th to get that application in. So if you're interested in working for the city, specifically in the Parks Department, fill out an application. We look forward to hearing from you. And then the final piece of news in the Parks Department area is that the Beautification Committee is sponsoring banners this year for our veterans and for our active military. The deadline to have those application packets in with their pictures is quickly approaching on September 1st. So go to charlestownparks.com and click on the link for the vet banners, or the military honor banners, I think it's called, and get that information into us so that we can fill the square with honor for our vets and our active military. I'm also looking for a legislative youth advisor. If you know a teen, age 16 to 18, who would be interested in working with the city in the capacity of helping provide the youth with an output to have their voices heard. You know, as an elected official, I make a lot of decisions for our community in partnership with the members of the Common Council, Redevelopment Commission, Board of Public Works. There's a lot of decision making that goes on. It's incredibly important to me that we think about the generation that's to come as well. We make decisions that affect us now, but a lot of the decisions that we make are going to affect the next generation significantly as well. I look at the Legislative Youth Advisor as an opportunity to hear the voices of our young people. So this position is open until September 1st, and you can email me at mayor@cityofcharlestown.com if you're interested in applying for that position. The commitment is relatively low. You have to be able to come to the city council meetings. You don't have a vote there, but you will be able to have an opportunity to be on the agenda and express your concerns or thoughts that you've hopefully gathered from your peers around the community. You have to be able to have some way to communicate for young people so that they can get in touch with you and share their thoughts, concerns, or ideas with you so that you can then share them with us. And you have to be willing to meet once a month with the mayor one-on-one. So the commitment's relatively low, but it's a great opportunity to build some experience in municipal government and to add an interesting line on your future resume. So again, looking for a legislative youth advisor age 16 to 18, needs to be a person who lives within the municipal limits here in Charlestown. And you can email me at mayor@cityofcharlestown.com for information on that. We are expecting the possibility of some significant rain events tonight with the remnants of Hurricane Laura moving through or close to our area. I want to remind everybody to be weather aware and not to go into flooded areas. We know that some areas around town flood, and we know that we have some drainage issues. I'm thrilled that we had our drainage listening session a couple of weeks ago, and our engineers are currently working on a priority list to look at all those issues so that we can begin to address them. Unfortunately, it takes some time, and I can't stop the rain in the meantime. So if you know that you live around an area that's prone to flood, please go ahead and take precautions now. Do not drive into a flooded roadway. We don't want to lose your car or you. Also, make sure that all your phones are charged and you've got some flashlights handy just in case we have storms. I want to remind you that in the event of severe storms, we open the Arts and Enrichment Center at 999 Water Street. Whenever there is an official issued thunderstorm warning or tornado warning, one of our staff or myself will unlock the building, and the storm shelter is in the basement. And so that's for folks who may not have adequate storm shelter coverage at their home. If you have any questions about that, you can always phone me at 502-297-4390. Finally, we have some exciting news coming up with some of our upcoming meetings. At the redevelopment meeting coming up on the 1st at 6:30 p.m. and at the Plan Commission meeting on the 2nd at 6:30 p.m., you're going to hear discussion about a new development coming to Charlestown. Where the Auto Trader World currently sits on Market Street, close to where the Family Dollar is, New Hope Homes is purchasing or has purchased that property, and they are going to put townhomes for workforce housing in that area. They've asked the Plan Commission for a zoning change in order to allow that to become that residential area they need. So some of you may have gotten some letters if you live around that area telling you that there's a meeting dealing with that area and a zoning change coming up. It doesn't affect your private property. It just is telling you that New Hope is buying the Auto Trader property so they can build these beautiful new townhomes there. In addition to putting townhomes in the Auto Trader site, New Hope is also purchasing 10 lots on Winthrop Avenue in Pleasant Ridge. These sites will target senior homes, and they will be duplexes. We have a couple of designs that we can share. We'll pop those down in the comments. But if you want to hear more, feel free to come out to the public meetings on these events. Like I said, it'll be discussed in the Redevelopment Commission meeting that's coming up on the 1st at 6:30, and the zoning will be considered at the Plan Commission meeting on the 2nd at 6:30 p.m. This will also be then a topic of conversation at our next Common Council meeting, which is changed on you. It's not Monday night because of Labor Day. So we moved it to Tuesday, the 8th of September at 6:30 p.m. I hope you're as excited to see these new developments coming in as I am. Affordable workplace housing is something we desperately need in Charlestown, and it will certainly dress up that area of town to take it from a place where currently cars are stored to a place with lovely townhomes where people can live, walk to businesses around, and enjoy life here in Charlestown. Please remember to stay safe tonight in the weather, and root for our Pirates against Brownstown at 7 p.m. Also, don't forget that weather permitting, if everything clears up by in the morning, we have the Charlestown Sing-Along that happens on the square at 10 a.m. So bring your chairs, socially distance them from people that also bring their chairs, and enjoy the sounds of some music Saturday morning on the square. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful night and a great weekend. Stay safe, and remember, we are Charlestown.